Well, hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today's theory is one of the most ambitious we've ever shared. Not because it's wild, but because it's carefully hidden in plain sight. We're about to connect three specific chapters in one piece: 57, 157, and 507, to what may become one of the most important turning points in the story. Chapter 1157. You're about to see that Oda may have been planning this moment for over 1,000 chapters. Let's dive in. What if chapter 1157 in One Piece was never random? What if Oda, like he's done many times before, hid clues in earlier chapters with matching numbers, all leading to this exact point? Let's begin with chapter 57. The title was For My Friends. We're in our long park. Luffy is fighting not to become a hero, not to be famous, but simply to protect Nami. He says he doesn't care about being a hero, he just wants to help his friends. This is the foundation of Luffy's character, someone who acts on his own will, driven by freedom and loyalty. No glory, no ego, just purpose. Now chapter 157, titled The Voice of the Trees. We're in Drum Island. Chopper is about to leave with the Straw Hats. It's an emotional chapter where Dr. Hiroluke's spirit and message echo through the falling sakura petals. When does a person die? He asked. When they are forgotten. Oda introduces the concept of inherited will, that a person's dream or cause can live on long after they're gone. A timeless message that sets the stage for Joy Boy's legacy. Now let's jump to chapter 507. This is where the world changes. At Sabaody Archipelago, Luffy punches a celestial dragon. And in that same chapter, we meet Silver's Rayleigh for the first time. This was the moment the Straw Hats truly collided with the system, with the world government and the deep history of the One Piece world. Rayleigh represented the era of Roger. The past was stepping into the present. So now we ask, what does all of this mean for chapter 1157? Here's the connection. In chapter 57, Luffy's personal will is defined. In chapter 157, we learn that true will doesn't die, it's passed on. In chapter 507, that will challenges the world itself. Chapter 1157 might be the day Joy Boy returns, not as a person, but as a force, an idea, and a warning to the world. Now before we dive into some mind-blowing possibilities, let's quickly break down why this pattern makes sense for Oda. It's not just about storytelling. It's a method of keeping a complex world consistent. Think of it like a video game. When you find hidden items or secret messages in early levels, it adds depth and excitement to the entire journey. Oda uses this technique to connect characters, themes, and events across chapters, creating a richer experience for the reader. It's a subtle way to build anticipation and foreshadow future plot twists. Just remember, in the world of One Piece, every detail matters. Now let's get back to the action. Let's talk about how these three chapters could come together in chapter 1157. First off, let's rewind to chapter 1044. We got a sneak peek at a poneglyph in Egghead. It looks like it could contain a message from Vegapunk. And guess what? It did open up, revealing a note about the ancient kingdom and a mysterious box. Remember that box? Well, we saw it again in chapter 1143 when Cocker tried to open it, but it didn't budge. That's the last we heard about it until chapter 1154. During the flashback, we saw the box was opened, hinting that it might hold something crucial to Egghead and perhaps the entire story. The contents of this box could be the missing piece to activate Joy Boy's power within Luffy. Maybe it contains an artifact from the ancient kingdom or something related to him or the Void Century. And if chapter 57 tells us anything, it's that Luffy will step up to protect something precious. He'll face off against the world government head-on. If the box holds the key to stopping Egghead from being destroyed, Luffy will want to safeguard it. This aligns with his unwavering loyalty to his friends and his sense of justice. Luffy won't stand by while innocent people suffer. He'll take action, But how will the world government respond? Well, that brings us back to chapter 507 and the clash between Luffy and a celestial dragon. By drawing attention to this pivotal moment, Oda might be suggesting that the celestial dragons will play a significant role in chapter 1157. They could send their finest soldiers, or even a new and powerful enemy to deal with Luffy once and for all. This time, the stakes are higher as the fate of Egghead and the surrounding areas hang in the balance. It would be fitting for the celestial dragons to make their presence felt, especially since they represent the oppressive system that Luffy has always challenged. It's also worth noting that chapter 507 marked a shift in the story, much like we're seeing now with Egghead. Back then, Luffy took on the world government head-on, challenging their authority and protecting his nakama. Similarly, in Egghead, Luffy is confronting the Seraphim, the world government's ultimate weapons, again, to protect his nakama and advance his goals. This parallel suggests that chapter 1157 could be another turning point in the narrative. It could be the catalyst for major changes in the story's direction. Oda's clever use of repetition highlights the evolution of Luffy as a character and the growth of the series as a whole. Next, let us talk about the mysterious figure who could join the fight in chapter 1157. Given the connections to previous chapters, it is possible that this new character could be someone who embodies the spirit of Dr. Hiralik from chapter 157. Dr. Hiralik had a profound impact on Chopper, instilling in him the importance of dreams and the strength of friendship. Now imagine if a new character with a similar mindset were to appear in chapter 1157. They could bring a fresh perspective to the battle, inspiring Luffy and the Straw Hats to new heights. Oda often uses emotional moments to propel the plot forward. Bringing in a character reminiscent of Dr. Hiralik could tug at our heartstrings, reminding us of the values that drive Luffy's journey. It would also serve as a nice callback to an earlier chapter, showcasing Oda's masterful storytelling. Moreover, the timing couldn't be more perfect. With the Straw Hats facing a daunting challenge in Egghead, a new ally would be a welcome addition. It would provide an opportunity for a surprise attack, catching the world government off guard and giving Luffy a much-needed advantage. Plus, this new ally could be a wild card, possessing unique abilities or knowledge that shake things up. Imagine a mysterious swordsman with ties to Hiriluk's legacy joining the fray. It would definitely spice things up and keep us on the edge of our seats. The possibilities are endless. And Oda has a knack for introducing characters who steal the spotlight. Just remember, in One Piece, you never quite know when a seemingly insignificant interaction might pay off in a big way. So here's what we've learned. Chapter 1157 could be the culmination of Oda's long-term planning, bringing together themes, characters, and events from earlier chapters. Luffy's sense of justice and loyalty will lead him to protect those in need, possibly involving him in safeguarding a mysterious box related to the ancient kingdom. The celestial dragons might make a comeback, sending powerful enemies to eliminate Luffy, representing the oppressive system he challenges. Additionally, a mysterious new ally could enter the scene, embodying the spirit of Dr. Hiralik and bringing a fresh perspective to the battle. They could possess unique abilities or knowledge that shakes things up. The appearance of this new ally could be a surprise attack, catching the world government off guard. This ally would also serve as a reminder of the importance of friendship and dreams, tying back to earlier chapters and reminding us of the core values that drive Luffy's journey. Now it's time for you to join the conversation. What are your thoughts on this theory? Do you think Oda planned all of this in advance? How do you think Joy Boy will return in chapter 1157? And what kind of twist are you expecting? Drop your comments below and let's discuss. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow One Piece fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of One Piece. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay tuned, keep being awesome, and remember, adventure awaits.